camera. Y'all don't need to see me. There we go. Now that we got that big old ugly face out of the way, let's get to my YouTube channel and see. Awesome. Hey, someone's already here. Unless that's just me watching myself, then okay. Well, I had already started doing the nail painting stuff, and I was just going to record and do it. Hold on a second. Let me turn this down. It's JT and Dalton. Is this live or am I dumb? No, this is live. So, like, I was gonna just record and just talk to my camera, but I don't have enough memory in my phone for that. So I decided, well, what the hell? Let's just go live, and maybe then I can talk to actual people and not just to myself. You know what I mean? But you know, it's really good because now I can get y'all's input on the topic I was going to talk about. Because, like, I started watching vidIQ on YouTube, and it's a lot of like, and JT said, oh wait, hold on. Don says, okay, cool, hi. No, I don't know what you mean. And JT says, is Dalton a manly genius or vice versa? Well, what are you, Dalton? A manly genius or a genius man? These are life-altering questions that inquiring minds need to know. Oh, you're whatever we want you to be. That's fantastic. How is you and oh my god, I want to say her name is Bree. Is that correct? Ooh, this is like really messy. How are y'all doing? Just be myself. Well, see, and that's the thing. Okay, so yeah, I've been watching vidIQ, and it's a channel growth YouTube channel, and they teach you a bunch of like tips and tricks on how to grow your channel. And one of the things that they asked was, oh, I'm great. Oh, good. I was hoping I wouldn't botch your name because that would have been really embarrassing. What was I saying? Oh, JT said, what are any of us when you really think about it? We're just a bunch of specks floating around in space, man. Bunch of stardust. That's what. We're doing great. A lot going on, but you're great. Thank you for asking. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Oh yeah. So they asked a couple of questions, right? They asked like, well, maybe the reason why your channel isn't growing is because you don't know what your audience is that you're reaching out to, or what is your channel really about? And it actually just got me thinking, like, what the heck is my channel about, you know? Because I do a lot of art, and I do like video game stuff on the sides. And this last week I've just been really like contemplating it, you know? But I think deep down, I'm really just lonely, you know? And I really just like making friends. It's about art and storytelling, you'd say. Proverbial dust in the proverbial wind, as it were, right? Yeah. And it's like, oh man. And I started my channel 4 years ago. Well, I guess technically my channel's been around since 2009, but I wasn't really like posting anything important. And all those videos are privated anyway now because they're like either stupid or personal. And 4 years ago is when I really started doing the whole like actual focusing on my artwork and stuff. So maybe in the beginning it started out as an art journey, but it developed into relationships and friendships. And around that same time, like my two friends in real life, they started like making other friends and doing their own thing. And we started slowly like hanging out less and less. And now I'm lucky if we even see each other like once a month. And I noticed that I started posting a whole lot more because the more I posted, the more people would talk to me in the comments and stuff. So it's kind of like filling the void where I don't have like my friends to see 24/7 anymore. So now I've got like online friends. And that makes me happy because I'm making online friends, but it also makes me sad because we all live so far apart from each other and it's not the same. It's not like I can just hang out over at JT's house with his wife and like, have sandwiches together or go hang out with Dalton and his girlfriend and play Mario Kart in the living room. It's not like we can't see each other like that. And it's like sad. And it's like the weirdest. Yeah, I know, right, Knuckles? It's like the weirdest thing where you're happy because you know so many awesome people, but you're sad because you can't really see them. Yeah, we need to get together, right? We need to get together and like have a big old party. So yeah, it got me thinking about my channel. It got me thinking about that kind of stuff. And well, obviously I'm still going to just post my art and I'm still going to live stream my games because that's just what I really like to do. But I got to be like true to myself and how I feel about it. And I want my channel to always be a safe place for us all to hang out and everyone gets along and we always have really like fun conversations, right? So then I watched a live stream where they were critiquing people's channels and people who asked to be critiqued. It was like you submit your channel and you get drawn randomly and they will watch a video or two and they will give like a critique, right? Invite people from all around, right? Y'all are all invited to the cookout. But I won't be cooking. Y'all don't want to eat my food. You'll probably die. I'll just, get some Taco Bell. That's what I do on the holidays. I'll stop and get like Taco Bell or like some other fast food and I'll bring it to like Christmas and Thanksgiving. And it ticks my mom off. Oh, she hates it, but I think it's funny. But whatever. But her food isn't that good, so I gotta get something that like I'll eat. So far, you've met one overseas friend in 2019 before the world shut down. Yeah. Everybody come over. Yes, y'all bring pizza. I'm so excited. So yeah, they're critiquing this lady's channel, right? And I guess like her stuff's kind of about like book reviews and stuff like that. And one of the videos they clicked on was like her being really personal. And they said, well, this is good content for people who are already subscribed, but what are you doing to reach new subscribers? People who don't even know you yet. And then they said, well, the reality is that new people who swing by your channel to watch your stuff, they don't know you and they don't care about you, so you have to like hook them with something. You got to sell them on something in order to get them to stay. And your personal videos aren't it because no one really cares. And while that was harsh and blunt, I guess it's kind of true, but it got me thinking like, well, is my channel boring? I don't know, but boring or not, all my stuff is kind of personal because like I said, we're building relationships, we're building friendships, and it got me really thinking like, do I really care if my channel grows? I guess I kind of care because I like making new friends all the time, but do I care so much that I have to feel like I have to be fake in order to get people to, stay and stick around? No, because that's not me, man. So that's just the stuff I was thinking about this week. I know it's like kind of hard to put it into words, but I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Texas is on your bucket list. Come to Texas. We'll feed you lots of steak and mashed potatoes. Because my husband cooks really good steak. Oh, speaking of him, give me just a minute. I got to make sure he woke up for work, and y'all can just stare at this beautiful nail polish. Well, like, oh, give me just a moment. Y'all talk to each other in the chat. Okay, good. He's still sleeping. He needs to get up and go to work. Knuckle says, you and I keep hearing that viewers need a reason to be interesting in the actual person behind the art. JT says, yeah, right? And JT says, nice. Taco Bell for the holidays. Great idea. I should try this next time I'm invited somewhere, but plot twist, I try to pass it off as my own cooking. Did you see that TikTok of that guy? His wife bought chilies and brought it to I want to say it was like Christmas. It was one of those events. And he found the Chili's receipt in the closet, and she was like trying to pass it off that she cooked all the food. But I mean, you do you, right? You want to try Texas cuisine? Manly says, I think I would enjoy that. Yes. JT says, sorry, the wife says to put my phone down. It's time for bed. Aw. Well, hey, y'all have a great night, okay? And I'll see you later. I know it's like kind of late. It's like 10 o'clock. Well, it's not late for Knuckles. It's probably in the morning for you. This live stream was brought to you by Shantae. Your own cooking, steamed hams. Delicious. Yum. I've never been one for ham, but if someone's feeding me, I'm going to eat it anyways. Dead serious. This is more silver than I thought it was going to be, but it looks kind of neat. And I haven't painted my nails in ages. For good reason, too, because it's kind of botched, but I'm not like the best at it. It's kind of sloppy. Like some 16-year-old, like 2006. I didn't get better, it just got worse. Oh, it's 2 in the afternoon over there. Oh my gosh. Dude, I got it on my desk. You see that? Look at that. We can like make some like fingernail art. But yeah, so Luke's like really, really good at making steak, right? And like it's phenomenal. And every time we go out to eat, he always has to order steak. And then he always complains about how disgusting the restaurant steak is. And I said, well, babes, why are we even going out to eat? Why didn't you just make it yourself? You know? Because I know it's coming up. I know he's going to whine and grab. And then he always gets on to me for ordering sandwiches. Damn, I made another mess. He says, why are you ordering a sandwich? You could have just made one in the kitchen. Oh my gosh, and I could just slap him. But that's okay. He makes me laugh. I can take a good sexist joke here and there. What are y'all saying? You can't say no to a good steak, right? There was a point in time where he was making so much steak that I kind of got tired of it. And then he was offended. He was like, how could you? You know, like it's like the best meal on the planet. How could you not want to eat it? And I'm like, you know, sometimes you can have too much of a good thing, right? And that was kind of my comparison, my analogy for it. But honestly, though, what'd you say? Hold on. You should be offended. At least it's real cooking. AI can't do that, right? Oh man, speaking of AI, my coworker and I were talking about the whole AI movement today. And you know, we're both kind of on the same boat a little bit. And I said, you know, it's going to become one of those situations because artists are all freaking out and people are, I guess, already starting to lose their jobs or whatever because of AI art and taking their jobs and stuff. But it's going to get to this point where right now it's kind of new and everyone's kind of like freaking out. But I look at AI art like fast food, right? So I'm cleaning this nail polish off. I look at it like McDonald's, okay? So AI is McDonald's and traditional artists are shoguns. You know, are you going to get a $5 piece of art that can be like recreated by any old website? Or are you going to start dipping into your pockets and paying for good traditionally human-made pieces? That's going to start costing you a pretty penny because now we've got to compete. And I say we, not we as in me, we as in artists. Artists have to compete with a computer. So I think that's kind of the direction it's going to end up heading in. And that's just my little prediction. And we'll see what happens though in the end. And honestly, AI art could end up just being a trend. It's just a brand new thing and everyone's all, you know, talking about it right now, but it might end up dying out because you never really know how things are going to go. Hi, Lyra. She said, I've seen you around on Crossing Minutes Discord and popped by to say hi. Well, hi, how are you doing? I know you. We're painting nails and talking about stuff. And that's really it. And I was going to draw, and then I decided this needed to get done right here. Mostly because I didn't really know what to draw, but I did know that these didn't look like, these didn't look 2008 enough, so I had to color them up, yo. Oh man, and speaking of Animal Crossing, I got to hang out with Ditzy last night on her island, and it was so cute. Like, she put in so much work on her island, and it's beautiful. And I was like, girl, I'm jealous. I don't know, like, where people get these, like, amazing design ideas. And I try. But some people they just blow me away. She had like a lot of like depth to her island, you know? And she was like talking about how she needed, you know, just some inspiration for how to transition certain pieces in the back left corner. And I was looking at it and I said, girl, I don't know why you don't need my help. I said, you seem like you're doing fine all on your own, really. That's serious. I said, I'm jotting down notes, you know what I mean? I'm like, AJ's Island is fantastic. I have not seen AJ's Island yet. I need to go to their channel and check them out. Knuckle says, what bothers you most about AI art users actually selling prints and not stating that it's AI. Plus, there's a whole AI community against real artists. Whoa, I did look at Knuckles spilling the tea. I had no clue. But I'm hoping it's just a phase. Yeah, same. I didn't know that there were like AI people who like don't like real art. Like, what is that about? You're gonna have to like tell me some more about that. Like, what are they saying? Because that's insane. I mean, and yeah, some of the AI art's like really, really cool, and then some are really like nightmare fuel, you know? Oh, there's AI streamers now? Man, you guys know way more about it than I do. Um, but AI can't do what real artists can do. And that's put like a human touch into it. That's put like emotions and like I don't know, imperfections even. Like even our imperfections are or there's a human element to it versus an AI's imperfections which are like you can tell it's computer generated, it's weird. Where it's like scary and uncanny, you know, versus like if say I was to draw something and it looked kind of crap, you can be like, oh well, they're growing and they're still learning and they're only human, you know, so that's gonna happen. Versus an AI when their art looks kind of creepy, it's like, no, not my paralysis demon staring me right in the face. I totally poured this out and I need it still. Never mind. Okay, so they're saying that good art should be available to everyone no matter their skill level, and that real artists shouldn't be gatekeeping art just because someone doesn't have talent. But that's not it. Like they're not even drawing anything. They're just typing in like prompts into a generator. Like that's not the same. That's weird. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Dolphin's just laughing. Like, look at all these like art nerds like going off. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna try to stay out of it as much as possible. Can the AI artist come and clean up my cuticles and like the edges of these nails for me because I made a mess? Can they generate that? That'd be great. Also, like I keep soaking this up and it's drying really, really quickly. This is giving like senior prom vibes. And it looks like really extra platinum on the camera, but in person it's not that bad. It's really cute though. Really gross too. Bunch of needs. No, don't correct it. Just keep it that way. Because he's so smart, genius. Yeah, it completely undermines all the years real artists spent practicing their craft. It does. It does, dude. I don't know. I'm not like against AI because I do think it's kind of cool. Like I do think it's kind of cool. I am against the abuse of it and what you're talking about there, like undermining real artists and stuff because that's not fair, you know, and yeah, like it's sad to see something that could have been just a fun thing get turned into jerks trying to like capitalize on it at the detriment of others. But I mean, guess it's no different than anything else in life, you know. It's a toxic AI community. It's the worst thing about it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And yeah, you're right. Like we do. We spend like our whole freaking lives trying to get better at art. Some of us do. Some of us don't. I'm one of those slow growers. Just slowly getting better. I am proud of myself though. You guys saw my community tab and those two like drawings I posted today. That was the first time in months I drew anything traditionally. And I was like, dang, Megan, look at you. You did okay. Mm-hmm. Now, all that portrait practice, like, started, like, showing, you know? And that's what it is, like, so much practice all the time. And it feels like it's never ending. And sometimes it feels like you're not getting better. And then just one day out of the blue, you surprise yourself. And you're like, okay. And it's okay to pat yourself on the back and acknowledge when you've done something that's worth praise. It's okay to praise yourself. That's healthy. It's good for you. My therapist told me when I was seeing her 2 years ago, she said that I suffer from ants, automatic negative thoughts. And she said, Megan, every time you have a negative thought, you need to combat it with a positive thought. And then you'll start to use it like a weapon. Use it to just squash that ant, you know what I mean? And the more you do that, you know, the more positively you will think. And you'll start learning to compliment yourself. You'll start learning to love yourself. So everything from, I mean, just honestly, any negative thought, but even when it comes to my own artwork, you know, it's good to acknowledge when you're proud of something you've created, because it's going to make you, you know, just feel better on the inside and feel like you're worth praise. You're worth, gosh, it's hard to put into words because I know it's kind of embarrassing to talk about. But yeah, like we're worth something in this life, you know? And when you work really hard on something, you know, if no one else is going to praise you or acknowledge it, you need to be able to be the one to do that, right? What are you saying? Let's see. Yeah, it can be used as a handy tool, but the people using it are just causing drama. Yeah, my art socials aren't much to brag about either, but I'm having a ton of fun with it. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Amen to that. I still criticize my art a lot. Right? It's like you get it, and it is hard to break that cycle. And honestly, self-critique is good. Self-critique is good. It's good to be able to acknowledge where you can adjust something and, you know, make it better. But what's not good is saying, oh, that looks like crap, I'm just going to throw it away. Because that's not good. That's where you're kind of leading into unhealthy tendencies. And we don't want that, you know. And here's, like, I guess a good example of that is, I wonder if I still have it on my computer, so I'll show it to you. I do. I have it on Discord. I'll send it. So, I shared a picture of an art piece that I was working on. Let me pull this window open. And I shared it in Crossing Minutes Discord, and I'm working on, like, this Pokemon Spa Day piece, right? And I said, does this look good? Because I've been struggling with Feraligatr, and it doesn't look right to me. There's something really, really off about it. And one person said it looked great. And I was like, okay, cool, because it was kind of like wrecking my brain too much. But then another person came in and they said, hold on, let me get to it, because I don't want to botch anything. I want to be, like, really straightforward about what was said. Okay. Alien Geek says, looks good. And then Grizzly came in and said, if I could suggest, maybe bring the folds over the eyes down a bit. I don't know how else to describe it, but having the eyes less open might help. And then realizing that should be a direct reply, probably. As in, they probably should have DM'd me that. Oh, let's see. Manly says, self-critique is your worst enemy. A good example is me. Stop. Stop. And then Knuckles says, I want to improve, but I'm going to wait until I move houses, which is next month. Oh, congratulations on getting a new home. That's amazing. You know, change is good. And I said, no, it's good to be out in the open, because this is like an art channel, right? Here, I'm just going to, so that way y'all are just seeing what I'm seeing. How about that? Yep. There we go. All right, cool. So now we're all checking it out together. And look, y'all can see yourselves in the chat. And I said, no, it's good to be out in the open. And that's true. And I feel that way, like, because suggestions are good for everyone to see, because art is a learning process every day. And it's good for others to see that you can ask for a critique and graciously accept one. And I'll play with those eyebrows more and see what you're saying. And I really like pointing that out because there's a lot of like kids and teenagers in this channel. And also, people are afraid to be honest because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. And there's a difference between giving an unwanted opinion versus when someone asks, giving an actual critique. And that's what I wanted to try to point out. Because I asked, and Grizzly delivered. So this is what it looked like. Just gonna zoom in on that. So that's what it looked like. Essentially a floating turd. You know what I mean? A popped can of biscuits right there. And I played with it for hours and hours. And I finally came out with, okay, this right here, which is so much better, way more recognizable. And then I even played with that Pikachu more. But essentially, I dropped a very, very rough draft just to get my initial shapes down. And then this is more of a final, cleaner piece. But that is so much better. And then I saved my process so that I could share with everybody, like, where we started, this middle, where I felt like we're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. There's something still really uncanny about it. And then the final piece, and you can see the difference in the shapes and just the foreshortening of the snout and all this good stuff. And I had got the eyebrows where I needed them to be. It was mostly just widening this jaw to give the right shape that it needed to be. And that's where we ended up with. So, I mean, critique is good, you know, because you do, it's just all learning, right? Let's see what you guys are saying. Knuckle says, I want to improve, but you want to move. Amy said, thank you. Cannot wait. Yes. Lyra waves. Congratulations, Knuckles. Yes. You guys are amazing. I like that we're all buddies. Yeah, I have a friend in Brazil who helps me out a lot. She's actually a professional artist too. Oh, that's awesome. Those look really good though. Thank you so much. You know, and I wanted to share that in the chat so that, like I said previously, people can see, you can ask for help, and then you can show your work. It's okay to show your process and not be embarrassed about mistakes, because it not only validates your hard work, but it can help inspire others. And it did, because there was another person that popped in, you know, later on down, who was like, hey, I really appreciate you sharing. He said, this actually helps me out quite a bit since I'm practicing drawing dragons and reptiles for art class. So they appreciated me sharing my process for how I fixed that stuff. And I was like, great, post your work, but they're not going to post that. They did end up posting something else though. Look at their cute little duck. Look how precious that is. Little Animal Crossing baby. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. I love this channel. I love seeing all the other artists' artwork. It's so good. And just seeing that, like, you know, everyone's got different art styles and stuff, and we're all on different levels, but that doesn't mean you can't still learn from each other, you know? Like, I learn from them all the time, you know? I think the biggest thing that I learned the most is how to be more creative, because some of these people's ideas are so good. And it's like, how do you even think of stuff like that, you know? So I love it. Let me close that down. But yeah, I am working on the Pokemon Spa Day. It's just taking a really long time because it's got a lot of moving parts and elements, and And it's kind of overwhelming. I don't even know why I even started it, to be honest with you. What was I thinking, huh? Jeez. Bentley says, question. So I bought tickets to an event for 9 people, and 2 of the 9 are not going a day before the event. The tickets are non-refundable. I guess my question is, do I enter them before or after? Oh no. What's the event? Oh, where are y'all going? You bought tickets for 9 people? That is so generous. Can I go? You're gonna pay for my flight out and we can all hang out? What's up? I need a pencil so we can draw while we chit chat. Let's see. Aha, there's one. Is there anything in that? I think so. Yes. I don't know what I'm going to draw yet. You guys give me some ideas. Knuckle says, interacting with other artists is always fun. You've still got things on your to-do list as well. Yeah. Dalton says, yeah, it's generous, and I'm getting fecked for it for no reason. LOL, no surprise. I'll be the friendly neighborhood doormat again. Oh no, stop it. You're not a doormat. Can Knuckles go too? You just need to book a flight and get a new travel visa, right? Lyra says, I might have overdone it this playthrough of Pokemon Platinum. Your Togekiss is sweeping everything. Oh my gosh. Togekiss is a tank. I'm not gonna, like, no joke. That sucker can hit, you know? And you gotta give it a lot of love and attention. And when you do, that sucker knocking things out. I love it. And I told my husband when I was playing, what was it? Pearl? It might have been Diamond. It was one of those 2 games. And I said, I've got to find this freaking stone so I can evolve my Togetic into Togekiss. Because I wanted to beat the game with all really, really cute Pokemon. Maybe that's what I'll draw. We'll draw some cutesy little Togi Pokemons. And he said that I was being ridiculous because he's all about those like really badass Pokemon. And I'm like, I just want some really cute babies on my team. But I want them to be really, really tank down and strong. What's my favorite Pokemon? I got a lot. I like Lapras. And I love derpy Pokemon like Slowpoke and Dunsparce. But I like the cutesy ones too, you know, like Galarian Ponyta and oh, they had so many good new Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Like, gosh, what's that like palm thing, which was really cute in the beginning of the game? Violet. I'm probably getting its name all janked up. Yeah, that thing. Palmy. That's like the easiest name to remember. Oh, and I loved that like cutesy little like dachshund, the little bread dachshund thing was too cute. Tinkaton, yes, Tinkaton is cute. See, I like all the cute ones. It's hard to pick a favorite. It is cute, and I felt really stupid trying to evolve it because I was walking around with it outside of my team, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't evolving. And I think like at one point I was trying to just give it a bunch of rare candies while it was in its Pokeball, and I kept like, why is it not growing up, you know? Well, you have to give it that stuff while it's still outside of its Pokeball, regardless of how much you walked around with it. And then I felt like a total idiot. But I got that baby to grow up, okay? I wish I got 2 tickets in limbo for now. Where are you going? You didn't say where you were going. Because that's exciting. Sandslash, yes. Oh, speaking of Sandslash, I've got an Animal Crossing character on my island right now. Her name's Annabelle, and she looks like a little sand shrew. Like if sand shrew and an anteater had a baby, and she is too stinking cute. Oh wow, you're going to a haunted house? That's fun. Yes, and those aren't cheap. What is tickets are probably like 20 bucks a piece or something. Or more. It's probably more. We could draw Tinkaton. Let's do it. Now you got me thinking about her and she's too cute. I gotta pull up like a reference picture though, because I'm not that good, okay? I gotta like see it. All these other artists. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. Look at that one. Look how cute that is. God, I wish I could draw like that, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, some people got, like, really good imaginations, and I'm not the one. But I try. Well, the shiny Tinkaton is exactly the same, but its hammer is a different color. Look. It's just, like, copper. Some of these shinies, though, like, I would never even know. Well, I say some, almost all of them, okay? Oh, they were $45 a piece. So, did you buy these tickets on your own accord, or did they ask you to buy their tickets and then they bailed? You know, were they like, hey, could you like hook me up? Or were you like, oh my gosh, guys, guess what I did? It's a big surprise. And then they were like, oh, buddy, I can't do it. You know, like you get like which scenario was it? Both scenarios suck, but one sucks more than the other. They asked you to buy them because it has to be a group. Bull. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the one that sucks the most. Come on, man. Yeah, I agree with you. I'd be a little upset too. I'd be like, you're paying me back. You know what you should do? You should show up to the event and then just kind of like sell the tickets for like half off or something so you can get some of your money back because people will buy them, you know? And people do that at like, you know, Disney World and stuff like that or all the time. I keep clicking on this thing and I'm not trying to like, I'm trying to make the picture bigger. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, that's a good picture. All right, we'll pull this one out. Yeah. Cool, cool. He said they would go for the last 2 weeks, and then they suddenly said, Knuckles said, I try to get people to buy their own tickets. Yeah, like ideally, you know. See, like, if that were me and I had asked, hey, like, can you hook me up, please? But under the rule that I would for sure pay them back, you know what I mean? So even if I couldn't go, I would at least be like, hey, like I'll pay you back, you know? So you would get your money back even if I didn't go. Because that's just like the right way to do it, you know? There was a concert I wanted to go to in Dallas. It was MC Chris's final tour and it was fairly recent. It was like last year. And I wanted to go so bad, but Luke refused to let me go by myself. And none of my friends wanted to go with me. So I asked my sister-in-law if she would go with me, and it was way in advance, and she was like, sure, we'll see if I can make it happen. And I bought both her ticket and my ticket, which really wasn't a whole lot of money. It was only like $30 for the two of us. And when the time came around, she couldn't go because she couldn't get a sitter. And so I didn't get to go, which I guess was okay because it wasn't that much money. I wasn't even upset about the money. I was just upset that I can't, I'm not allowed to drive out of town by myself. Are you kidding me? I'm a grown adult, you know? Like I can go travel if I want to. So I was being a little baby about it, you know? But I think it's justified. Not the same situation as yours, but, you know, similar. Mess this whole thing up. Let's start over. You know what we should do? What if we drew Tinkaton as like a little actual person? Oh, that'd be too cute. Let's give her like an outfit and everything. That's what's about to happen. Knuckle says, I try to get people to buy their own tickets. Mainly, I agree. I do the same thing, but it doesn't affect them any, so they don't care. Yeah, right? I think you need new friends, dude. Jeez. I know that's easier said than done, though. Like, yeah, you could say, oh, just get new friends all day long, but the reality is when you're adult, it's kind of hard to make friends in real life, you know? There's so much anxiety that goes into it. Like, you never know what a person's work schedule is, or if they've got kids or not. That plays a factor. Are they the kind of parent who, even if they have kids, they have free time to hang out? Or are they the kind of parent who doesn't ever want to leave the house? You know, kids aside. And then, like, even if they don't have kids, you know, like, do y'all's vibes match? You know, are they like always wanting to hang out and like at scenes that you're just kind of over? Like, are they partiers or not? You know, just it's there's a lot that goes into thinking about it. Oh my gosh. There was this one woman, right? She had started working at my job, and she had only been there like a month when we started kind of chit-chatting. And she seemed normal at first. Hold on. Knuckle says, yeah, I tend to drop friends like that really quick. No, I really don't like them. This is manly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, I don't blame you. But yeah, she seemed normal at first. We had a couple of hours long conversation one day at work. And she says, do you want to hang out? And I got really excited because obviously I'm like wanting some homies to chill with, right? And I said, sure. I said, you want to come hang out at my house? And she said, yeah, let's do that. And then the next day she was talking about, well, why don't we go to the bar and drink? And I said, babes, like, I ain't the one. Okay, look, I'm 32 years old. I ain't about to go to no bar. You know, I've got kids and I'm way past that scene. And every time I drink, I barf. Okay, so no, thank you. If I'm going to drink, I'm just going to drink alone in my house like an old, sad, depressed loser. Just go barf by myself. She was like, okay, fine. We'll just hang out at your house. I said, cool. So I spend the day and I'm cleaning my house and I'm waiting. And then she texts me and she says, I'm sorry, my husband won't let me come and hang out. He's tired because they had to go to some event or whatever. And he just wants to go home. And I was like, fine, that's fine. You know, so I stopped cleaning and I got back into my pajamas. And then she messaged me like 30 minutes after that. She says, never mind. He says I can go, but he has to come with me and this, that, and the other. And I said, okay, fine, whatever. So I get back into my clothes and I start picking up a little more. And then she texts me again. Wait, hold on. 32, I'm older than you. Look at you. Oh, man. I'll be 33 in May, okay? Fun fact, Tears of the Kingdom comes out the day after my birthday, and I'm really, really excited. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so she texted me again, right? She changes her mind. She wants to hang out again. Her husband has to come with, and then, lo and behold, they end up not showing up. And I was like, bro, what's up? What's happening? And she said, well, he's cranky and whatever, whatever. So, I was like, you know what? I said, it's fine. The next day I got to work and I told her, I said, listen, I said, I'm not about this whole flip-flopping back and forth business. I said, how about we just chill at work? Like, you want to go on a little smoke break or something? We can go chill in the parking lot. We can have a chit chat. But I'm not going to, I don't have the patience for this flaky business, And she was like, okay, okay. So after that conversation, same day, we go out in the parking lot later that day to hang out. And she says, we get to talking and she's totally complaining about her husband, right? And I'm listening to her vent and she's like, I want a divorce. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, how long y'all been together? A couple years, whatever. Suddenly she wants this divorce because she hates her husband. And mind you, I've only known this person on an acquaintance level for all of like maybe 2 days tops. And she's already like popping off about how she wants to divorce her man. And as we're going back into the building, she says, didn't you say that you own your house? And I was like, yeah. And she says, well, can I move in with you? Stop right now. And I looked at this woman. I said, are you crazy? And I said that. And she just looks at me. And I said, no, you can't move in with me. And she said, well, how many rooms do you got? I said, that's none of your business. And she says, well, if it's like a 3-bedroom, then your girls can share a room. And then me and my daughter can share a room. And it wouldn't be a big deal. And I was like, I don't even know you. Oh my God. She's crazy. And then like she ended up getting fired, like I want to say 2 weeks after that or so, because she was like lying on her time card. She was lying about when she was actually like coming into work and stuff. She was actually like at home sleeping. Jesus Christ. Who does that? So yeah, over here, and you're trying to make friends with somebody and they end up being crazy. Golly. Manly's not 17, you liar. Oh my gosh. Knuckles is going to be 36 in June. Congratulations. Hitting another year. You're almost to the big 4-0, dude. Man. And once you hit 40, it's like you can almost feel your wrinkles like spreading across your face like a road map. Dalton, you're currently 16. No, he's not. He's lying to you. That divorce seems justified. I hope he does divorce her. She's really overstepping boundaries. You better add another one. You better add some more numbers to that, Dalton. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because 16-year-olds can afford to spend hundreds of dollars at haunted houses for their friends, huh? I believe you. His daddy is also Bill Gates, but he didn't tell you that. You're too funny, you know that? I'm not like sure how I want to pose this chick. Also, she has like tiny little stumpy legs in the picture. So I feel like I gotta make her kind of gnome shaped, kind of like stumpy. But I'm not sure yet. She's definitely wearing bell bottoms, okay. Like high-waisted bell bottoms. Too cute. Let's see here. Knuckle says, well, I've got Asian genes, so we tend to look younger than we are. Yeah. Dalton says, I can't afford it now. I could never afford it at 16. Money is just an object. Can't take it with you. That's very true. You'll probably be dead by 17. Stop. Goblin. Yes, a little goblin. Is she a goblin? I was thinking like dwarf, like D&D. Like a gnome. Had like D&D characters in my head. But if we made her like goblin-y, like she'd be all like crouched over and hunched over and kind of nasty. Like that. And then like her hair would be like tattered in her face. Like this. And then like you could see like her little fingers just gnarled out. But she still has like these like big baby doll eyes, right? Because we'll keep that. And then like her hammer. Like right here. And she's just like got her like little gnarled fingers, her little goblin fingers like curled around it, like, and she's drooling. Ew. And her hair is like draped over it. Sick. Goblin Tinkaton. Kind of reminds you of Shantae. Oh yeah, like that little like genie video game. I can't remember. Yeah, she's a genie, right? Or a pirate? She's half genie. She's cute. Yeah, she's got these cutesy little pants. Oh, that's adorable. See, that's a good pose. I could do that pose. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have a hard time, like, coming up with shit off the top of my head. Like, I need reference pictures for everything. But I'm really good at, like, melding things together, you know? Okay, so if we're going to do this, okay, I'm just going to erase it one more time. Because her body's twisted. She's got this happening, one leg out, and then the other one is coming in like this, and then this is where her body twists because she's got her tummy facing this way, and then her tatas are kind of going like that. And straight up. Hand out. But in this case, she'll be holding her giant hammer. And then we've got her face here. And the other hand is going out. And the hand is coming up like that. Cool. And then we just do her hair. Oh, and then she's got her like little feetsies. Boom, boom. Like that. And then the other ponytail doing this number. Oh, can you not sit on my keyboard and stuff? Thank you. Awesome. So yeah, that's cute. Excuse you. I do have a cat. Look at this cat. She has a little crooked tail. Look at her crooked tail. She showed up on our porch like that. Her name is Sprocket. And she's got a brother who is, let's see, that's Stanley. Sometimes we call him Chan Chan. And the little cream colored cat is her brother, and his name is Pork Skin. Because we wanted to name him after the color he was, but we couldn't agree on a name. And then my husband said pork skin, and he said, we're not changing it. I said, okay, fine then. And then I named Crooked Tail Cat, because we were just calling her Crooked Tail Cat, but I named her Sprocket because my husband works at a machine shop where they make sprockets, so I thought that was kind of funny. And then it looked like her tail got caught in a sprocket. And she's really soft, and she feels like a bunny. And she needs to get off my mouse. Oh, did Dalton leave? He says, well, I gotta go sand drywall all day tomorrow, so hopefully oh my God, I can't read. Aspirate on air tonight. Just joking, everyone. You're gonna go make fun of Zero for a minute. Is he live streaming right now? Stop. Let's go see. He is. What's he playing? Fortnite. Nah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, bye, Dalton. See you later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we have a lot of cats. We got like 5 cats. It's stupid. We have Trout. We adopted her from Petco. Stanley we got from a really old, ancient couple. They're like 90 years old, and they couldn't take care of him anymore. So we got him from them. And then the other 3 cats are all strays. They just kind of showed up on our porch one day, and we brought them in the house. So the other stray cat, his name is Ash Ketchup, and he's orange. And you know, he hurt his tail a couple weeks ago. I think the tomcat outside got to him, but his tail is healing up so good now. And I think he's going to be okay. So that's good. Because I was kind of worried for a minute. And I thought for sure it was dead. Like, the bottom end of it wasn't moving. And I was like, Bubby, I said, this poor cat. And he says, he'll be fine. And sure enough, he was fine. So that's good. We gotta like come up with like some cute eyes for our girl. This is like too cute. I like drawing Pokemon as people. This is way cuter than the ones that I drew like a couple months ago though. Yeah. I like naming our pets. I was naming my beetles there for a little bit, but now I've got too many and I can't tell them apart anymore. But my first three beetles were Heracross. The blue one was Heracross, and the two black ones were Connor and Murphy from the Boondock Saints, because they were black beetles, and it reminded me of those two. And then come to find out, they were actually female beetles. So, so their names were Sinhead O'Connor and Brittany Murphy. Oh, how are we gonna do your little face? She's got like buck teeth, or well, gapped teeth. And I think if I can translate that well, it would be really cute. And she has like a big mouth. And there we go. Do y'all have any pets? What are y'all's pets' names? We like rented for a really, really long time. And I was like, I could not wait till we bought our house and then we could like get our first pets, you know? And I thought we were just gonna stop at the one, and next thing I know, we've got like a whole zoo. It's crazy. You have Saffron, Trunks, and Elma. Oh my god, those are the cutest names. Are those all cats? I want to say, like, I swear you've shared your pets in the Discord. Maybe I'm mistaken, but a lot of people share their pets in the Discord, so it's hard to kind of keep up with everybody's different animals. Uh, let's see. Pets. I bet you've probably typed their name. Trunks and Elma were found in a tree. Oh no. Nope. Nope. Maybe this is it. No. I don't think if you've shared your pets, I don't think you've like put their names with their pictures. Knuckles has a dog named Rocky a long time ago. Really lived up to his name. Was he mean? Was he like fighting all the time? Okay, so girl's not like necessarily wearing gloves or anything, but she just got like some thick arms. So we can give her like thick arms, but I think it would be cute if, let's say, this was like a sleeve, like that. And then what if it came to like a pointed glove in between her fingers? Like this. That's cute. Yeah, like that. And then, because she does like, oh, what am I thinking? Okay, so like people who work on like metalwork, like blacksmiths, you know, they always have like this blacksmith apron, like a leathery kind of apron or something to protect their clothes and stuff. They just have like a lot of energy. See, I can't. I need like a very chill animal because they start running around acting crazy. That's just too much for me. I can't handle that. I'm one of those types of people that are like kind of on board with testing your pets out before you adopt them, because just because they're cute doesn't mean y'all are gonna vibe, you know? So I feel like it would be nice to have like an animal shelter or an adoption agency do like home trials, you know what I mean? Where so you're filling out your application to adopt your pet, but like you could sign up for like a, let's say like a 90-day trial or something, you know? I mean, they do that for humans. Whenever you start a new job, they give you like a 90-day, like if it's not working out, you can't stay here. You gotta go get another job. So yeah, what if you get this pet and then within that 90 days you feel like, okay, this one isn't the one. And then you can like swap them out for a different one at like no extra charge. Just be like, hey, this guy's not like, maybe him and the kids don't get along, or maybe she's like beating up my other cats, you know? And then you swap them until you kind of find the right one. Because that would lead to less like abandonments, you know, with like their animals, just stuff like that. But I can see like maybe, I don't know. Well, yeah, like if you foster pets, you have the ability to adopt the ones you foster, so you would be able to cycle through. But in this instance, this isn't for like fosters. It's just for normal people who just want to like try to find that one perfect pet. And I don't know. I don't know. That was just a thought that I had. Maybe it's stupid, but that's just how my brain works, okay? I don't know. Some people, like, even if they don't vibe with their pets, they just kind of stick it out, right? They're just kind of like, well, we hate each other, and that's our life now. But I just don't know, you know? That's a lot. Like, my husband's cat hates me. He loves Luke. I would never get rid of him, though, Stanley. I mean, obviously, I'd never get rid of him. We've had him for like, shit, 3 years now. So he's kind of staying forever till he's dead. But some people couldn't handle something like that. Some people would be like, yeah, no, you got to go. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so this is like where the apron is going to come into play. So we're just going to like pull it out like that. But I don't want it to cover her whole side of her body, because I like that cute little curve she's got going on. So we could do this number here, and then it could be wrapping around her thigh like that. There you go. All of you at home should be drawing along, and eventually I'll start a Discord and we can all share our artwork together. What did your Tinkaton end up looking like today? Like, you know, wouldn't that be nice, right? I've been trying to get this YouTuber I watch, his name, well, I don't know his name, but his YouTube channel is Armored Chocobo. And like the last time I was in his live stream, like hanging out, I said, you've got to start a Discord so we could all hang out. You know what I mean? And I said, and then we could all play video games together, and we can get on the live, like the voice chat, and we can all like talk, you know? And he said, no. And I was like, stop it. I just want to hang out. Knuckle says, a friend had a puppy but realized it was more than he could handle. But he got to try it at least. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, like, people think, you know, either A, they really think, like, oh, I want a pet. and this is going to be fantastic. And then just having a pet alone isn't it. And then they get like chastised for abandoning that pet, but it's like, well, what if that person didn't know really what they was getting into? You know what I mean? And then there's another scenario where it's like they can handle a pet, but it just has to be the right pet. You know, like they got to be like bonded or something. Sometimes you get lucky and find really good ones out in trees. You know, they just fall out like Pokemon. You know, like Trunks and Elma. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Mine showed up on my porch like a bunch of freaking gargoyles. Like they just knew. Like they knew there was some food up in here and they was about to get it. And there was nothing we could do to stop them. They just came in like droves. Then we couldn't get them out of the house. And I tried. I was like, nah, you strays, you got to go. Like I fed them once. I said, you gotta go. You gotta get out of here. And they kept coming back. So I was just like, I guess you can stay. I should start charging them rent. You get a job. Get a job. Get some monies. Your cat litter is not cheap. No. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Stop. You can stay. You can stay. I'll let you stay. Look at her little tongue sticking out. And I caught it on camera. My day's been made. Has y'all's day been made? Cat tongues. My goodness. Okay, so Tinkaton's got these like little kind of knobs coming out of the side of her. So we're just gonna like translate that into like some kind of design on her pants. So I'm thinking, what if we did like winged little things? Like that would be cute. She's kind of giving like little witchy anime girl vibes. Magical girl, or whatever. Yeah. Here we go. Ooh, and she needs like a little design on her pants. And I'm not a fan of like the pointy feet. She needs like thicker shoes, I think. Like that. Like steel toes. There we go. What's this character from? It's Tinkaton, but like a girl. Look. It's a Pokemon. So I've been using her as my reference, but I also got this one here as another reference. And then you said something about Shantae, so I took Shantae for the pose. Let's see. There was a pose. It wasn't that one. She had like her hand over her head. And now she's gone forever into the void. Shantae and the Seven Sirens? Maybe that was it. Yeah, that was kind of it. Yeah. This one. That was the pose. Oops. So I took that pose and that Pokemon, and we got that out of it. And also we've got like a little goblin down here too, because Lyra said goblin in the chat, so do that. It's actually, it looks like a bunch of squiggles, but in my head, goblin. Okay, there. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was in the middle of the Eastern style pants that reminded you of Shantae. Yeah, see, and at first I was thinking bell bottoms, but like I didn't know like how to pose her. So when you said Shantae, I looked her up and I was like, perfect. There we go. See, that's like great minds coming together to make a glorious thing happen. And then we're gonna get some more of that steel-toed boot action happening. Which really it doesn't look like a boot because it's not colored, but it looks like she's just wearing like some cutesy little girl shoes. But maybe I'll put like a little bottom of a boot there. The rest is in her pants. It's hiding up in this all this. Teamwork. Yeah. That's fucking teamwork. What's your favorite position? That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you. What's your favorite dish? I'm not gonna cook it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar. So there was a guy I dated back in the day, and we used to work at Hardee's together. His name is Chuck, and I was only with him for a very, very short time because I ended up moving back to Texas. And during the time we were hanging out, he used to sing that song to me like all the time because we'd be like in the middle of a rush and we'd be like popping the food out and like whatever. And at the end of the rush, he would always sing like the teamwork song. And it would just make me laugh. So funny. I do miss Chuck. I think he was cool. Obviously, I love my husband. I love Luke to death. But, not every relationship ends on a bad note. And mine and Chuck's didn't. It was a mutual thing. He was a cool dude. I'm sure he still is a cool dude. Last I saw when I was on Facebook, it was probably 2017 or 16, something like that. I found him on Facebook because I hadn't seen him in ages. And he got married and he had 3 kids. And I was like, look at you. And they were just too cute. A cute little family. I'm trying to like draw this without it looking weird. But no promises. Okay, and then we're going to give her frills. And okay, this is where things are going to get kind of funky because I gave her this whole like this little piece is going in between her fingers like a glove, or fingerless glove or what have you. And this, her hand is going to be holding the mallet. So honestly, like I do need to pull Shantae back up because I need to see how her hand is posed. There we go. I'm going to zoom way in. Of course, that's not going to work. There we go. All right, so they've got her hand doing this number. Like that. And her thumb. And a bump here. And then this hand's going out. Or this finger, excuse me. And she's only got 3 fingers and a thumb. 1, 2, 3 fingers and a thumb. Okay. That, like this. Okay. So this is how it's posed on the artwork. But we're going to have her grasping this mallet. So we need to drop the mallet here. We need this thumb doing this instead, like that. Okay. Erase that, erase that. Okay. And then we need that there. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Bend her thumb a little more, like she's actually gripping it. Voila. Beautiful. So many erasey marks. So here's a question. Should I take a picture of this, pull it into my Medibang, and do a digital art drawing piece of it so that it's like crisp and clear and colored and professional looking? Because this is looking really good. I know a lot of artists do that. Like my coworker, Chrissy, she does that. Like she'll hand sketch her artwork and then, you know, she'll take a picture of it and bring it into Illustrator, and she'll finish it up in Illustrator. I've done that a couple of times. I've also done it backwards, where like with that painting collab I did, I like digitally drew it, printed it out, and then got transfer paper and transferred it onto the board that way. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, a lot of the times when I'm drawing digitally, like I'm just so comfortable with the recording process of it because it's so easy. Like I don't have to worry about editing like all that much. And these days, if I do anything traditional, like this is going to be it. It's going to be just like live streaming because I am way too spoiled now when it comes to recording with the whole screen recording and stuff. Like I ain't about to start like editing up all these video clips like I used to do back in the day. I don't think so. It's way too much work and I don't have the patience for it anymore. I'm a brat. Let's see. Also, Jasmine from Aladdin has pants like that. She does. Totally up to you. I actually used to draw by hand, scan it, and color it on Krita. Yeah, see, like sometimes drawing like by hand like this, it's different. Like it hits different. And I do love like a good sketch, you know? Because I can't sketch like this in Medibang. I can't sketch like this on my tablet. It just ain't the same, you know? And there's a whole different thought process that goes behind sketching digitally versus sketching by hand. And it's weird, but it's there, you know? You think about the things you're doing differently. Your hand is holding your pencil differently and you're moving differently. And you can actually see what you're doing versus drawing on this tablet. And like the thing, it doesn't have a screen, right? You know? So you're drawing on this, but you're looking at that the whole time. And it's so trippy versus here where you're like actually staring at it, you know, so you've got more of a connection with what you're doing on the paper. And like, I love this so much. I love my tablet. I love digital art. And I feel like I've gotten so much better at it this last year that I started, doing it. But sometimes I feel like maybe one day I'd like to get an iPad because it has the screen, or not even an iPad, but a tablet with a screen, because then maybe it'll feel more like this. And it might change the way my art turns out. So the stuff I think about, maybe, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to do it, but maybe one day in the future, who knows, get like some money from my tax return and see if I can invest it in something like that. Oh, you can't imagine drawing on a tablet like this. Oh, do you have an iPad too? Oh, yeah, you use an iPad Pro so you can see what you're drawing. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you can see what you're drawing, it hits a little differently than drawing blind. That took some practice. That took some getting used to. My first couple of ones were ugly. They didn't look good at all. You know someone who draws on paper, takes a photo, and traces over it digitally. Yeah, see, a lot of people do it. And in the end, like, you drew it, like, it's still hand drawn. It's just a different way of getting it to have like a nice, clean, finished look. Okay, and then we're going to do this with her sleeve. Nice. That's another thing I was talking to my coworker about too. We're talking about the exact same topic. Because, there's people out there who still consider like that kind of cheating. And I'm like, cheating how? You know what I mean? Because there are people who say like it's tracing, and tracing is cheating, and it's not fair, and it's not art, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry. No one called the art police, okay? And nobody asked. So, and I've seen people who have traced and they still do a shoddy job at it, okay? So even tracing takes skill, apparently. But I don't give a crap if someone traces or not. That's not even like, who even cares? It's not cheating. It's working smarter, not harder. I agree. Knuckles said that, not me, but I totally agree. It is. Using your noodle. Sure enough. Okay, so, all right. And then we've got her face. This is too stinking cute. Her hair needs to be more bubbly, I think, too. And she needs like some little hair bows. Let's see. But I actually did get used to it. Oh, it says one disadvantage with the iPad is getting used to drawing on a smooth surface, because your stylus will just glide everywhere. I believe that because, yeah, when you're drawing on paper, it's textured and there's friction. So, and that's the same like drawing on this tablet too. It is smooth, so I totally feel that. And that is like a little bit of a learning curve. And then not only does it just glide everywhere, it also like you have to learn. I don't know. I wonder if you can like change the setting of your pen too. Kind of the way you change the setting on your mouse whenever you're like moving your mouse around on the screen, you can change it to be like a fast track or a slow track. Like, I don't know if you can change the setting on your iPad to match like a faster or slower track for the way your pen glides across the screen. if that helps at all. Like, I don't know. See, I'm talking like, because I don't know. That's more of like a question rather than like a suggestion. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I believe that's probably some like probably takes a minute to get used to that. Lyra says that Tinkaton reminds her of a sea bunny slug. Yes! Oh my gosh, she does kinda. But she's got her cute little like what do they call? They call like a nudie branch. It's so cute. She does kind of like give that little vibe, doesn't she? I've got a little sea slug plushie in my room. It's so cute. I'll probably like, look, see, I'm over here like, I just want to show you everything in my house. Y'all come look at my stuff. Sea bunnies are fresh. It says, there actually are settings on Procreate so the lines are smoother. Ooh, but you've only ever used Procreate, not sure about other programs. Yeah, I noticed that Procreate has like really solid, like, pin stabilization stuff. Like when they're drawing and it's like super duper straight. And I'm like, because when I'm drawing in my program, I can only set my pin stabilizer to like a certain degree or level. So there's still a whole lot of wiggliness there. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd be like wiggly. Let me you see my stuff. So it's not much different than real life. But yeah, I did like Krita's pen settings better than Medibang's because while it wasn't perfect, it was better. But I could not figure out how to export my files so that they weren't see-through and darker. Like I know you mentioned Krita that you used it, like you used it before. So maybe you know how to do it, but like when I was exporting my files, it didn't matter if it was a JPEG or a PNG, doesn't matter. It would always be a little see-through. And I could flatten it and export it and it still would be see-through. And that was driving me nuts. And then the colors would always be a little bit darker than what I colored them at. And that was like really weird too. So the file would look incredibly dark. And then when I opened it back up into my Krita software, it would be lighter again. And I was like, why is it doing that? Like it was so weird. You had issues with Krita as well. See, I'm glad I'm not the only one, okay? Thank you. Because that makes me feel better. Because it was really frustrating. And I Googled it, and of course, no one wants to give you a straight answer. They just like beating around the bush and making you watch their videos for longer than you need to, and then they still don't even answer the question. So I just got too frustrated and deleted it, and I got Medibang back, which is fine. I liked Medibang. I was giving Krita a shot because I was having some kind of issues with my Medibang. It was crashing a whole lot, and I couldn't figure out why. So after I got rid of Krita and got Medibang back, it hasn't crashed on me since, so that's good. I do miss Krita for the paintbrushes, though. I'll say that. Don't worry, you're not alone. Thank you. Sometimes you just use the sketchbook to add backgrounds. See, I didn't even get that far in it. I didn't even get that far, like, because I heard, like, you can make mangas, you can do animating, like, you can make GIFs, you can do all kinds of stuff in Krita, and I didn't even get that far into it. You're sure if you use Photoshop, Clip Studio, and others, you'd be completely useless? They're all different. That's one thing I learned, is they are not all built the same. And there's a learning curve with each and every one of those programs. And they don't all have the same features. And that's not to say that one is better than another. It's just whatever fits your preference, and you're not going to know what your preference is unless you try them out. And you might end up liking, more than one program. You might end up having a couple of different ones on your computer or whatever. And you just like, hey, you know what, today I feel like using, Paint 3D. And then the next day you're like, you know what, Photoshop it is. Let's go. Procreate just simplifies everything, I'm sure. Honestly, I guarantee you'd find your way through Procreate pretty quickly. I've seen people use it like on TikTok and stuff, and it looks really nice. It's just really straightforward. You have a huge brush selection, and you can download brushes to it easily. Like overall, it looks like a nice, handy little drawing software. One of these days, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get an iPad. Who knows? And it doesn't have to be like tomorrow because, as much as I talk about this stuff, like, I definitely prioritize buying video games over buying art supplies. And so, yeah, if I didn't spend all my money on video games, I'd probably have a whole lot more drawing stuff. I can't help it. And I don't think my shopping addiction ends there either, because I buy a lot of clothes too. I'm like constantly shopping for stuff. Look at her little bows. There we go. She's just adorable. So cute. And this is like easily one of the best Pokemon in the game too, I think. She's got this move. It's like a hammer move. Gigaton hammer or something like that. And I think it's one of those ones where like you use it and then you have to rest afterwards or something. But a lot of times you just be knocking fools out with one hit anyways. So, yeah. Okay. What do I need? Let's get Shantae back and look at her face. Nope. Yep. There we go. Okay, so she's got like these wide eyes. I'm not going to do that. I do like this one's eyes being rounder. So I'm going to keep them that way. And she's got these cutesy little like eyebrows. And so chunky and small. Okay, so here's Shantae's face. And of course we've got her face here. I've got to find some way to like mesh the two together so that it looks natural but still recognizable. So that's why I ended up with the like rounded eyes. But I'm thinking, see, oh girl Shantae over here has got like tall, skinny, slitted looking eyes. And I'm thinking I want to go more round because Tinkaton has these. Here's another picture of her. They are tall, but they're rounder and they're flat on the bottom like a triangle, rounded triangle shape. So I'm wondering if I can make her eyes kind of match that. I might look a little weird, but sometimes you just got to draw it and see. So there's the tall, round, and let's go flat. There we go. It looks okay. And then we'll do that over here. Flat, round. Oh my gosh, that is too cute. That looks so good. And then we'll give her the big white. Yes. Very Pokemon. It's got like some Bulbasaur eyes. Oh, I love that. Yeah, iPad Pro isn't cheap and neither is the Apple Pencil, but we were constantly in lockdown and it was the perfect thing to spend my time on. I totally agree. And honestly, you spend your money on whatever makes you happy, dude. We only have one life to live, okay? And like Dalton said earlier, we can't take it with us when we die, right? Lyra says that she can't wait for wedding season in Animal Crossing New Horizons hard mode. You need to get the wedding arch for a cherry blossom build. Oh my gosh, that would be too cute. Yes. You know what I was thinking, Lyra? I was thinking that I have a theory that Dan isn't going to do any more Dream Island tours for a while because I bet money he's going to wait for the hard mode players to build up their islands, because my theory is he's going to start doing hard mode Dream Island tours. And which makes sense. Like, that's the perfect transition where he keeps his content like the same, and what kind of got him, you know, all the views and all the subscribers, because people were subbing so that they could try to get their islands toured, right? And then they stuck around for Dan, you know? So that's the perfect transition and keeps him relevant on the platform because hard mode is such a huge thing right now. Also, I'm curious, for how long are some of these people going to be able to maintain hard mode, because it is not easy. Oh my gosh. I was just talking last night with Ditzy when I was on her island about the whole hard mode thing, because she's not doing it yet and I have been. And I said, it's really hard. And I said, I haven't even been tested to my limits yet, because my limit is going to be when one of my favorite villagers wants to move. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to let him do that. So I'm going to keep playing and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But we'll see what happens. You're falling off the wagon because you were almost through the last debt. Oh my gosh. How'd you get to the last debt already? Girl, you must be grinding. I'm still on like my $189,000 Bell home loan. Diving is broken. Oof. Yeah. Oh, and then I had to make my own list because I felt, hold on 1 second. Knuckles says that the round eyes look more like the Pokemon and that they're perfect. Thank you so much, Knuckles. I really appreciate that. I think they turned out really cute too. Okay, so I felt like the list of what you can and cannot sell to the Nook brothers and what you put in the deposit box was kind of vague, right? Because when you're reading it, it says, hold on, I've got it like right here. It says you can only sell materials and crafted items to Nooks, right? And then down here in the box, it says you can only put crops, fruits, sea creatures, and other forageables like mushrooms, shells, flowers, acorns, etc. In the box, right? Okay, so, but here's the thing is all of the items you get are crafting materials, like all of them, even the forageable ones, and they're all technically forageable, like all of them are, because like this is a crafting item, this is a crafting item, all of these you can make stuff with. And even if you're thinking about like rocks, wood, sticks, that's all forageable items too, you know, because you're foraging for that stuff, you know, you're hitting rocks and you're smacking trees and this, that, and the other. So I ended up making like my own list of what I felt within the spirit of the rules because like this whole vague stuff, like I needed like some actual like tangible stuff. So I made my own list of what I felt like would be fair to give to the brothers to sell and what should go in the box, you know. And I'm not going to sit here and police anybody for how they want to play hard mode. Like, you do it however it makes sense to you. But that's just how I had to do it for myself. So is selling DIY furniture, I can get you a list of high selling DIY items. Oh my gosh, right? Like we need it because I did notice that like, you know, selling the hot items was very helpful. But yeah, if you want to like drop a list of DIY furniture stuff in the Discord, I think that would benefit everybody because we all need it. I need it, man. Oh, I'm broke. And then I spent way too much money on that stupid auction. Oh my gosh. It was fun. It was a great auction. I was not too thrilled, and I'm going to be just totally honest. I know a lot of people like Kato, but personally I don't really like her that much because she's kind of mean. So I was not too thrilled with her sass, but I guess that's what she's popular for. People like her because she's sassy, but I just thought that she was being a little too harsh on Dan. And I didn't think like her making fun of his stuff that he was selling was I didn't think it was funny, but that's just my opinion. We don't have to like everybody though. I just wish she was a little bit nicer, you know? She doesn't have to be so taking it over the line the way she does. But that aside, had a wonderful time during the auction because it's like Dan's funny. I like him. He's the kind of sass where it's just the right amount, and he says it in just the right way that it is a joke, you know. You'll DM me the list. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it though. And there's lots of other like, what I say? Do I want to come to yours this Sunday? Ooh, yeah, I would love to. Absolutely. Man, see, and I wish I had like an Elgato like these other fanciful streamers do, because that would be so fun to get to record this stuff. I wish I could have recorded Ditsy's Island last night because like I said, it was beautiful, dude. Oh my gosh. But yeah, dude, I think like sharing people's like islands and stuff is fun. That's just, it's so great. Ooh, a Vivitar. Let me Google that. What is a Vivitar? Vivitar. A Vivitar, a song by Demonic Sweaters. A Vivitar capture card. Okay. Well, that is way different than the first thing that popped up on my Google. It's on the cheap side, but it's good for beginner capture cards. Oh, yeah. Let's see. How much is it? Hold up. Well, that is way more affordable. Those freaking Elgatos are like $150. I'm not kidding. This one's only like $20. Well, then that's at, where is that? Walmart. Awesome. This person on Mercari is selling a used one for $33. Psh, psh, Walmart's got it for 20, babes. Thank you so much for dropping that, because your girl's about to go buy a Vivitar. Also love the name. Do you go to pop culture conventions and check out other artist alleys, babes? I have never been to a convention in my life, and I want to go. I want to, but you know, they're kind of expensive. And like I've got like these 2 kids, right? And my husband won't let me drive out of town by myself because he thinks I'm just a giant child in a grown woman's body. So Like, I don't know what I'm doing without him, apparently. I think it would be fun to go to a convention though one day. I want to go to ACON because ACON is held here in town and it's one of the biggest anime conventions like ever. And I want to go. No problem. Got to help out a fellow small streamer. Do you stream too? Let me find you. Also, Knuckles here. Knuckles has a art Instagram channel. Did I say channel? Art Instagram page. So if you ever want to go check his art out, like I do like to follow like other fellow people as well because, I mean, just because we don't have a whole lot of like followers doesn't mean that we're not fun to listen to or fun to watch or talented. You know what I mean? Because we are. Okay. Also, totally hurt my feelings when, hold on a second. I need to get you and put you here. Here we go. Yeah, there you are. Subbed. Oh, cute. You do like Animal Crossing stuff too. Yes. Subbed to you, babes. About to watch your videos later. That's exciting. Here, I'll even put the little bell icon on. Very cool. And there's proof that I did it. I'm not just saying that. But yeah, like, I don't like when YouTubers only want to hang out with other YouTubers if and only if their sub count like is like reached a certain level. I don't think so. Like, and you're only considered a content creator if you've got like tens of thousands of subs or 100,000 subs or whatever. Like, that's not right, you know? And I'm not the one. And I think I was just talking about that like on one of my previous, it was my snow art challenge video. At the end of the video, I was talking about how like numbers are just numbers and they don't make you who you are, you know, as a person or as a creator or whatever. Like, you can be just as talented or even more so talented than someone who's got high numbers. And you can be kinder. You can be more of a friend. You can be so many other things. And like, I will always support and like to hang out with other good people, you know, and I don't care if you're some big channel or not. What matters to me is, are you friendly, you know? Because, and that's what I was talking about at the very beginning of this live stream. Like, my channel, yeah, there's art here and there's video games here, but this, us hanging out, that's what matters the most to me. Because I like making friends, you know? And I like treating people fairly. And I think that's like what matters. And that's what I want to be remembered for when I'm dead, you know, is Megan was a cool person and, you know, she could get along well with everybody, right? Knuckles says, go as a family, right? Just get the little kids, dress them up too. I mean, I guess we could take the kids out to a convention. I don't know if like our anxieties could handle that. We do take them places. Don't get me wrong. We take them places, but we're not there for very long before one of us grown-ups starts having like an anxiety attack. Because there's always that fear that you're gonna lose one of your kids in a crowd, or like I don't know. It's difficult. But we're getting better. And like the older they get, the easier it gets. It's not as scary. So we're getting better at it. So maybe one of these days we'll do that. We'll just like, and then like they can cosplay and that would be too stinking cute. Oh my gosh. That Knuckles guy is all right. Yeah, you're all right. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, subscriber number is never a reflection of your talent. I totally agree. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. OMG, a Spy Family cosplay would be so cute. Right? Just get them up in their little like outfits. Oh my gosh. That makes me laugh. Like, I've always liked thinking about that kind of stuff, you know, we just never actually do it. And I'm friends with a girl. Well, we're not like BFFs or anything. She's a friend of one of my really, really close friends. I'll say that. But we've only just started hanging out together just here and there. In fact, I want to say sometime at the end of this month, we were talking about going and playing bingo together, which is going to be really fun. But she cosplays and like she's really, really like good at it, and she gets like booked for modeling stuff too. Let me see if I can find her stuff here. Let's see. She's got like a weird name. And then Knuckles cosplays. He did like he was dressed as Knuckles. But it was like this really cool viral video that went all over the place on Instagram with like Eggman and stuff, and it was really fun. Let's see here. I think I'm typing her name wrong. Yeah, I'm typing her name wrong. I don't know. It's like something Fox, Azura Fox or something like that. And I'm probably botching it and butchering it. But I tell you what, I can type in her name, and that will take me to the other channel. She's following a person called Lady Farts. Stop. Who is Lady Farts? Oh my. Look at that. Look at the talent. They do like makeup effects art. Ooh, spoopy. I think that would like give me nightmares, man. I don't know. Can appreciate all the work that goes into it. Cannot stare at it for too long. Just gonna start messing with my head. I don't know. I can't find her. But if I do find her, if I do come across her, I'll share it with you in the Discord because she's like really, really cool. Maybe if there was a smaller convention that you could check out and see how you feel. Yeah, maybe. But still, still can't believe that you saw the Instagram video of me in it and know that it was me. Honestly, well, and the camera pans across you so quickly. So just at a glance, like it's hard to like make out who's who, but then also you're in a costume. But yeah, like once you brought it up, because I saw that video before you mentioned it, because like, yeah, like everyone saw that video and it was really funny. And then you mentioned it and I was like, okay, we're going to go check it out. So I checked it out and I was like, shut up, that is you. Sure enough, but I'd only seen your face like prior to that, like I think once because you took a selfie with Jazza, you know, and that was like the first time I'd even seen what you looked like. So there's that too. That was a really funny video. Maybe it's supposed to be Lady F Arts. No, it's typed like this. It's typed like this. Lady dot farts. She's into it. I saw you in the comments and thought I should let you know. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Because it was too cute. Well, I tagged her in that video, I think. Oh, geez. Some people get like really creative with like their names, okay? And I'm jealous because I can never come up with something like that. And it's so simple. Anyway, okay. I think I'm going to let you guys go. We're essentially done with this. I'm going to, like I said earlier, I'm going to take a picture of it I'm going to put it in my Medibang and I will color it and we'll finish it up that way. And I probably won't do a whole video where I'm chatting. I'll probably just put some music over it and just let it play and it just speed up and do its thing. Because I feel like I've said everything I've had to say about this piece in this video. Because we drew it together, you know, came up with the idea together. Lyra came up with the idea to do Tinkaton by just simply suggesting her. And then Shantae came from Knuckles. And we just like put the two together and came up with this adorable character. Yeah. And then we had a great time just talking and hanging out together, and I've really enjoyed y'all's company tonight, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. Yeah, your Instagram is more focused on art, but your Facebook has a ton though, plus your old cosplay page. That's very cool, and I'm glad that like you're posting your cosplays out because the world needs to see it, brah. We can't let cosplay die. It's only going to keep growing and getting bigger and bigger and more inclusive. And I'm so excited at the direction it's going. I don't personally cosplay, but I love seeing other people's outfits. And even like you could have like 2 or 3 different people cosplaying as the same character and seeing the creativity that goes behind the way that they design the outfits, and they can be totally different but still recognizable, and that is such a talent. So good. Always fun hanging out. Thank you so much. And Lyra says it turned out great. Your technique is really good and the expression and pose is really nice. Thank you. I think so too. We all gotta give Shantae the praise for the pose though. Because I just copied it. Oh, yeah. Well, you don't cosplay nearly as much as you used to, but you mostly cosplay obscure characters. Wow. Like what kind of obscure characters? Look, I'm literally trying to leave. Okay, I'm going to ask this last one. What kind of obscure characters? You're going to drop it in the comments. And I'm going to say that's amazing. I'm going to look them up because they're obscure and I probably won't know who the heck they are. And then I'm going to turn this live stream off. Okay. And then that's how it's gonna go. Oh, he's gotta type them. It's taking a minute. Look, I'm gonna look him up off stream. It's like midnight. Y'all see it? Look at the time. It's past my bedtime. Oh, and I gotta draw her hammer too still. I'm just gonna do that number. I'm not sure if I can find photos of them because they're unpublished. Because you unpublish your cosplay page on Facebook. Yay, man, that's fine. If you ever do find pictures, we're both in Dalton's Discord. So you can always send me pictures there. And we're also both on Instagram. So you can always post them on your Instagram and tag me. And then I'll get to see them, okay? All right, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for coming by, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your night. And tomorrow is Friday, and it's Saturday for Knuckles already, so, or it will be, or it's close to, because the boy's in Aussie. Long list of cosplays you did, right? The dedication. Applause. So yeah, y'all have a great weekend and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.